Saturday, and we're off to the NEC Birmingham Classic Car Show. I'm going to go in the Griffith. 60 miles, let's hope we get there okay. I'm going to go and meet my friend Alex, who works for Silverstone Auctions. We're going to see what EV conversions we can find. Hopefully we can find some nice ones, get maybe a couple of interviews. Let's go and have some fun. Starting, that's a start. We're here at the NEC for the Classic Car Show. Just arrived here with mate Alex.
Hello mate.
Hello. You might recognise him from the original TVR video, helped me out pick up the Wedge back in the day. Let's go.
So who did this for you, Jack?
A very talented individual.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you, no. I actually did it this morning on my phone.
Wow.
No, I didn't really.
No. Awesome. Hello again, Jack.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, mate. And you've got another Fiat 500 EV here. Is this very similar to the one in my previous video, or are there a few little differences on this one?
Yeah, there's always a few differences between each build, but more or less identical. The one difference I think noticeably is we've got our head-up display.
Ah.
Right now it's displaying charge.
That does look really cool. And yeah, I quite happily came across you because I saw the 240Z.
Yeah.
Please come and show me the 240Z. What's happening so far, and yeah, what the motor is and the batteries, etc.
Yeah, so this is the 240Z in its glorious glory. I've had this car 2 years now, and it was bought in the States. It's a bit of a wreck. We've made new floor pans, quite a few repairs underneath. We had it on a rotary spit, so we span it round. It's a nut and bolt restoration basically. Underneath is like new. It's running. It's obviously fully electric. It's obviously not finished.
You mean you didn't drive it here?
Yeah, so it's running a 600-volt battery pack, it's a split front to rear. It's got a...
Yeah, because I was talking to your colleague earlier and he said that you originally had the pack in the front.
Yes.
So you've actually split them now.
Yeah, so I did weeks and weeks of designing a battery pack in the front, and it was driving, it was working, and then I actually went on holiday for 5 days, and I could not stop thinking about I basically done it wrong. I had too much weight in front.
Right.
So when I came back into work, I ripped all of that hard work I did. I went completely backwards, redesigned all the battery packs, and split it front to rear. So now it's 50-50 weight distribution.
Yeah.
Way less weight up front. But it's running 600 volts. The motor in this is actually, you probably see it on the mirror.
Yeah.
So the motor sits in the transmission tunnel. We've got a custom prop shaft with CV joints to the original diff, and it's running 600 volts. It's about 200 to 250 kilowatts. Torque figures not sure yet, but it's going to be poking off the line for sure.
What's the kilowatt of the motor? Isn't it circa? Is it 200 or is it
200 to 250? We reckon.
Wow.
We're running
okay.
at 600 volts, so it's going to have torque all the way up to 10,000 RPM. Yeah, it's got a Toyota inverter there, liquid cooling for the inverter and charger. And we're running, we've also got CCS.
Oh, awesome.
We've got power steering, it goes on and on.
Power steering as well, wow.
Steering, we managed to fit a power steering unit inside the original pedal box.
Yeah.
All the wiring you see here is just non-standard. This is the 12 volt system hasn't even been added yet. This is just the low voltage system for the VCU. Yes, so currently just the VCU stuff. And
are you? Is there going to be regen on it?
Yeah, regen. Yeah.
And is that just going to be as soon as you take your foot off the pedal, or?
Yeah, it'll be off pedal regen, and we might integrate foot braking regen as well.
Here we are in the business end. So what are these batteries? I take it you're not going to have a Perspex top once it's finished. Well, that wouldn't be very safe, would it?
I always like it.
It looks awesome, but obviously for safety, no, definitely not.
So we've got 60 volt LG Chem modules here. So we've got a bank of 300 volts, and we're connecting those in series to get to 600 volts nominal, which will link up to the rear battery pack, which is the same. So we're paralleling the front to rear 600 volts. Inside here is also a high voltage junction box, so we've got your main contactors, your rapid charging contactors, pre-charge, fuses, BMS. It's all in there basically, which keeps the end of the neat and tidy. Not many wires to be shown.
And I see you got the CCS just over in that corner there.
Yeah.
Is that one of the Zero EV kits, or is that something that you've done yourself? Or
we've used a BMW i3 module from an i3.
Okay. How difficult is that to do? Because if you haven't watched my recent video, I'm sure you have, Jack. Sure you have.
Like every day.
Yeah. So the CCS that we've ordered from Zero EV is on back order. So I'm thinking, is there any potential options? Because I want to get it on the road as soon as possible. So how difficult is it to do the CCS?
We're halfway through the CCS. You probably know Damien Maguire, very good.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't know him, but yeah, I know him.
New i3 module, ECU from BMW and send it to him and he'll flash it.
Okay.
Firmware. And then so it's most certainly not a plug and play system.
Right.
The Zero EV one will be user friendly, documentation. This is a bit, I would, for your project maybe, I don't know what the skills are, but we're halfway through the CCS really. We've also got the Tesla iBooster. We don't use vacuum pumps anymore in our builds, it's just unwanted noise.
Yeah.
It's super simple to wire, 12 volts.
Okay.
Up front we've got the charger.
What charge have you gone for?
This is a 6.6 kilowatt charger.
And on the CCS charging, what will you be actually be able to pull, do you think?
We're hoping around 100 kilowatts.
Oh, wow.
We've got liquid coolant to the charger here. We made up these hard lines.
Have you got liquid cooling for the batteries as well?
No, so the batteries were not liquid cooling.
So air cooled on the batteries, liquid cooled on the
we couldn't
motor.
facilitate liquid cooling for these, so we're going to have to derate the current.
Right.
The battery management will derate the current for rapid charging and.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
we use these a lot, and they don't get warm. But they're pretty good.
And were they brand new batteries, or were they nearly new, used?
They are actually new. They're from an R&D project. So
cool.
They've had very, very little mileage. They haven't reached the roads.
And inside, what you going with in terms of sort of interior seats, display, that sort of thing?
I'll try and explain what my vision is.
The vision.
We're going to have an original dash. We've actually flocked the dash.
Oh, wicked.
And then the gauges that are going to go in it, we're under developing of making our own gauges.
Oh, wow.
Just for fun, why not? So we're going to develop our own CAN bus gauges. It's going to display volts, state of charge. But we're going to make them from scratch just because we like the challenge. And also it's quite a custom build, so it's really hard to find gauges that display 600 volts.
Yeah.
Choosing this voltage just makes our life a bit harder in lots of aspects. We've had to develop our own heater system from scratch.
Okay, what style of heater have you gone for?
We've got a PTC element, but we've had to design our own housing and everything. It's really hard to find PTCs at that voltage. If you do find them, they're not the most user-friendly things. So we've got our own heater system. And we're going to have a really nice. We've got custom seats. We're going to go for a brown leather.
You're copying me, aren't you? Yeah.
You copied me.
Whatever.
Brown leather with perhaps like a Hessian carpet.
Ooh.
Not Hessian, but like a beige with brown piping. I'm not quite.
Oh wow! You're gonna have wood in here as well.
Yeah, maybe a bit of wood.
What's this in here?
Those are the subs. Two subs in the rear. We're going to have obviously speakers all around. The sound system's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Oh, cool. That's something that I need to think about.
It's really important.
On mine.
A really good sound system. Also, in the dash of the 240, there's a big heated control panel here.
Yeah.
We're going to ditch that, and I want to try and fit a Tesla style iPad. Portrait style, which is going to.
So it is going to be more resto mod then.
But then it's still going to have the really nice, analog gauges as well.
And wheels, what are you thinking for the wheels?
They're over here. They're rotor RKRs.
Rotors, yeah. Okay. Really nice. And I didn't realise there were drums at the back. Of course they are. It's such an old car now.
We kept the original. The rear end is pretty original on this car.
It does, yeah.
The only thing the only job left is to fit a LSD.
That was my next question.
Yeah, obviously,
yeah.
It needs to happen. But right now we're just going to do some testing in it without one and see how we get on.
That's brilliant. And any estimate of when you're going to have it ready, Jack?
Gosh.
No pressure.
I hate that question.
Is it going to be ready before the TVR? There we go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, That's harsh. Yeah, that's a challenge. See you at Santa Pod at high noon.
Road testing in the next couple of months. But we have so much work on, and this is our show car.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always get the
No.
attention it deserves.
No, sure.
So
No, that's awesome.
we'll see how we get on.
Lovely. Jack, you've always got awesome tables just illustrating, you know, not only how much smaller, more efficient electric motors are, but also batteries, which is what I always love about your stand, because I'm sure there's lots of people asking questions. But thank you very, very much for showing us your 240Z, and no doubt we'll meet up soon.
Yeah.
Good man. Cheers, bud.
Sorry about the sound quality between the two mics. I've edited it to try and make it better. It's not perfect, so sorry again. We'll get it sorted for next time.
So I was just wandering, trying to find some more electric things, and I found Electrofit. And I've been speaking to John about the retrofit EV motors and inverters that they do, and also charger and DC to DC. So I'd never even heard of Electrofit before, but John, can you tell us a little bit about Electrofit?
Sure. We're a new division of a company that's been working in the automotive industry for over 30 years. So Electrofit is our first move into bringing OE quality components into the aftermarket.
Cool. And what's the situation with how popular you are today? Because I know that there's a lot of classic car people that aren't really into electric cars. Have you had good feedback so far?
I've had a lot of good feedback. I'm a skeptic. So for me, it was quite interesting to see the amount of actual people that are really into retrofitting. And to be honest, the passion behind doing it properly, and that's the key for me.
Yeah.
So if you've got a classic vehicle, to keep that classic looking the way it should do, it's a difficult thing to do. There's no reason why you can't convert most vehicles to electric. There's obviously going to be problems with size, capacity and range, based on the size of vehicle that you've got to convert. And the key for us is to make sure you do it correctly and safely.
Yeah, so anyone that's interested in EV converting, check out Electrofit and speak to John and the team. Thank you very much, John.
Bug us an email, send us a note, you'll get an honest answer back from one of our engineering teams. So
spot on. All right. Thanks, John. After some searching, I've managed to find Relic EV, and we've got Mark.
Hi guys, Mark from Relic. How you doing?
How are we doing?
Yeah, this is our stand. We've been here sort of all weekend. It's the second show that we've done, and it's going really, really well. Showing everybody what we can do. We've got our Fiat 500 with us. This is one of the first ones that we did. This has got everything on it. It's bespoke. It's a nut and bolt restoration, and it also happens to be electric. Brilliant little city car, fantastic thing to drive. And this one gets all the looks. If you want to flex with your friends, this is the one to have.
Yeah, I love the front lights. They look amazing. Almost like it's got a soul, Mark.
I know, yeah. So yeah, behind us we've got our Defender. This one we're just almost finished now. It's all fully driving and everything. We're sorting out the CCS fast charging system on it. We had to do some calibration on it. But again, this is all bespoke. All the interior is absolutely bespoke, done by us. Solid oak floors, all upholstery and everything's done by us. It's got a custom dash. It's got a really powerful motor, 150 kilowatt motor with an 80 kilowatt hour battery. So it gives it a range of about 200 miles, and it will have CCS fast charging, so that you'll be able to charge it up to 80% in about 40 minutes.
Awesome. And your daily behind us. What's this all about? Is this the first vehicle that you did, or?
Well, it was kind of the first one that I started doing, but this is my pride and joy really. It's kind of a love it or hate it thing, because it's a patina wagon, but you know, it's a really usable car. I use it every day to drive to work, to pick up wood, to go and get all our powder coating stuff, and it was cheap as chips, to be honest. It's got a pretty basic system, and it's got AC50 motors in it. Nowadays we'd use a Hybrid 9 system. It's powered by 5 Tesla batteries. Get about 100 miles of range out of it. We've uprated all of the suspension on it, so it's got Bilstein suspension, it's got Wilwood disc brakes on it, and it's just a great little thing. Love it.
And talk me through the headlining.
So yeah, I wanted it to be a bit out there really, and a bit different to what we've done in the past. So yeah, we went for the pink and the green. It's got the carpets made out of Hessian sacks. It's got the roller door, the window winders, sorry, are made out of skateboard wheels, and it's just a bit of an out there wagon really.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I didn't even spot that. That is really cool. Love it. And whereabouts are you based, Mark?
We're down in Kent, so just outside of Ashford, little village called Woodchurch. We've got a new, fairly new unit there. Only a small team. We've got Seb, who's my right-hand man, and then we've got upholsterer and a fabricator. And we do everything in-house.
That's great. Thank you, Mark, for talking to us today, and I'm sure we'll bump into each other another time. Good man. Cheers.
Jonny,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's a busy day, busy weekend.
Yeah, and you've brought some beautiful cars with you as well.
Yeah, we've got a little sort of curated display of resto mods. So all of these are different in their own way. Either electric, in the case of this one, and the Chieftain Range Rover Classic. That's hybrid, plug-in hybrid. Yep, and the MG at the end is full EV as well. So things are not as they seem.
No, I didn't even know. So
Yeah.
I've learned something already. I had a couple of questions for you.
Yep.
EV conversion related.
Okay.
Now, I know that you started an EV conversion, but that might be... maybe
It's
a
on
shelf
ice at the
one.
moment,
On ice.
if you excuse the pun. Yeah.
Is there any cars that you've got currently, or any car that you would love to convert to electric?
I would really like to convert several cars to EV. I mean, a DeLorean has been done by several people, but I'm a really big fan of a DeLorean, but not bothered about the engine. So that car for me, if it turned up in silence, everyone would be like, of course. And I would love to very much do, I'd quite like to do a Volvo estate or a Mercedes 123 estate.
Are we thinking 740 or 240? Retro.
Probably two. Torslander, last of them, K-Reg, 92.
So my parents had an E-Reg 740 estate in the good old days.
It's a very cool car at the time, as in like very practical, middle class, kind of well made. My neighbour was a Volvo dealer. I remember he used to bring them all, but I remember the 740 Turbo when it first launched because he brought it home and we were like, whoa. So I'd like a practical EV like that, like an estate. And I think there's one that's been done by Electrogenics, a DS Citroen. And someone from Practical Classics mentioned a Citroen CX would be an amazing EV. Again, a car that's not got a great engine, but the shape, it's brilliant.
This is the thing, it's like, what do you rip the heart and soul out of? As you may know, Jonny, I'm doing the TVR, which is,
Divisive.
It certainly divides the crowd. So,
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you reckon?
I think not a lot of people would do that, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. And I think if your heart's in it, and it will put the cat amongst the pigeons, but that's kind of the point of this stuff, isn't it? This is the future of electric, a classic ownership, I think, in some ways, is being a bit more accepting of different stuff. Different people want a car for different reasons. Some people aren't bothered about originality at all. Some people want a brand new, that's brand new. That Escort is not a Ford Escort, it's a brand new car. And that MG actually is a brand new shell. So there's room for it all. I think if your TVR is quicker than a normal TVR,
Well, this is what the channel's going to be.
Take the doubters out for a ride, see what they think.
Well, it's going to go against the Griffith 500 when it's done, which I drove here today, and
Yeah.
I got here, which is good.
I love the fact you've added that,
Yeah.
and it got here.
It got here. It definitely got here. But no, what I love about your show, Late Break Show, Jonny Smith, you've got everything in there. You know, electric, you've got ice, you've got barn finds, and if nobody watches the channel, they must, because it's the best channel on YouTube, hands down. Obviously.
Thank you.
Obviously.
That's very kind. Don't need to plug myself there.
No, great. Love watching your channel, Jonny. Thank you very much for spending the time with me today, and have a great show.
Thank you.
That's it for the NEC Classic Car Show. That's as many electric things as I could find, and thanks to Jonny Smith for doing an interview at the end, which was great. Great to have him involved. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode.